Hi guys, this is a very quick video to answer a question left on the fan page by Dave Wonder. Thank you, Dave, for putting the question on the fan page. I know you did ask me personally in my Facebook account, but I do like the questions to go on the fan page so that everybody can benefit from the answer. Now, I was going to comment back to you, but I thought, well, it's just going to be quicker and easier if I do a really quick video just to tell you and answer your question. Okay, do excuse if I sniffle, I've got really bad hay fever. So your question is about fan pages, and basically it doesn't matter that it's rudimentary, it's very important that you understand this and that others understand this as well. And it's basically about the difference between your profile and your fan page, and whether they are, how they're connected and how they're different essentially. So basically your personal profile, let's go over here to my personal profile. This is how you access Facebook. This is your homepage, if you like. This is your hub, yeah? And that's because, if you think about it, Facebook was created as a social media site. That's what Facebook is. And the whole point of Facebook is to be able to connect with your friends, okay? It is not a business tool. It is simply over the last few years, because of the explosion of social media, that it has become much more of a business tool for us. But originally it was always created as a social media site for you to be able to connect with your friends. Hence why Facebook get a little bit funny when you start requesting too many friends, especially people you don't know, because the whole point of it is to connect with people that you already know. Okay, a little bit. Is it a little bit naive that they don't think we're going to go and start connecting with people we don't know? I'm not sure, but you know that's the rules. Them's the rules. So basically, when you are starting to build your friend list on your profile, you need to be quite careful about how many friends you go for a day. You need to make sure you send messages. You need to make sure your messages are unique, and ideally you need to go for people who are mutual friends of other people, and people that you're more likely to sort of cross paths with on Facebook. Okay, so these are your friends, and this is where you post all your kind of personal stuff. So you need to keep business off this page as much as possible, and literally post things like, you know, I had Marmite on toast this morning, or hey, this is a funny video I saw, or you know, has anybody ever been to the Lake District, or whatever. You know, it's much more for sort of personal, chatty, funny videos and things like that. Okay. Now, this is your hub though, because this is where all your account information is held, all your personal details, everything about you. This is where it's all housed. So once you've created a page, it's going to create it from within your profile. So even though you log out and you go and create a page, after you've created the page, you have to log back in with your account details, yeah? And that's because the page is essentially housed from your profile. So we go along here now to manage pages, and you go into your page that you've created, and then yes, you now have essentially a separate entity. It's hosted, if you like, by your profile page, but it is essentially a separate entity, yeah? And the reason pages now exist is because Facebook recognized that people wanted to do business and created essentially a business end of Facebook. And that's what fan pages are. They are essentially the business part of Facebook. So you can do as much business as you like on fan pages. You can actually sell from a fan page if you want. You can actually put a PayPal link on a fan page tab, and you can actually have your own storefront on a fan page. So that's basically what a fan page is. And the difference is now on a fan page is you have fans, yeah? These are your fans, so it's people that like you. So it used to be called a fan page, it's now called a like page. And you have people that like you as opposed to your friends, okay? But what you do is, the idea is that you try and make as many friends as you can on your personal profile, and then once you've created your fan page, you can go back and you can invite your friends to become fans of your page. And they're going to start to make up, you can see here I've got 582 of my friends like my fan page. So they start to make up some of the basis of the fans on your fan page. Okay, so that essentially are the big differences between your main page and your fan page. When you go back to your home page, your newsfeed will show both. Your newsfeed will show what's going on personal pages and will show what's going on fan pages. Obviously depending on how many comments and stuff, but that's all within 2,000 fans in 27 days. So as you go through the course now, you'll learn more and more about that sort of stuff. So I do hope that's answered your question, Dave, and given you an idea of the difference between what your personal page is and what a fan page is. There is, of course, the groups feature as well, but I do explain that in, I think, about day 14 of the course, so you should get to see that. And let me just add before I quickly go, Dave, what's really important to mention is that if anything goes wrong with your personal profile and it gets closed down for any reason, which is what happened to me, I had an issue with one of my Facebook ads, and my personal profile account got disabled for 12 hours. Your fan page remains alive, okay? So you do need to make sure that you have more than one administrator, because if your fan page is still alive but your personal account has been disabled, you won't be able to access it unless you have somebody else administering your page and you can get in through their link. So all you need to do for that is go to edit page over here, and then go into manage admins, and then add another admin in here. Okay, it's best to do it by their email. They do need to be a friend, so do make sure that they are a friend and you've got their email address, and you can just type their email address in there and save changes. They'll now be an admin on your page, so that if anything untoward should happen and you lose your profile for any reason whatsoever, you are still able to gain access to your fan page, and you will not lose all the hard work you've done in building up your fans. Okay? All right, thanks ever so much, Dave. I hope this answered your question, and I hope you enjoy the course, and I'll speak to you very soon. Cheers, bye-bye.